How about those T-Birds, baby? Welcome inside the OUA Basketball Show. My name is Griffin Porter. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We have got a absolutely stacked show. We got some great guests, so we're going to have to zip through this early segment. T-Birds, Jalen White, the hero, as he hits the game winner with no time left on the clock to lead the Algoma Thunderbirds men's team over TMU for the big upset. Queens beats Western in that eternal rivalry in both women's and men's, and the men's side, McMaster, takes the lead in the OUA Central. The Marauders hanging on by a thread there. For the women, friend of the show, Mackenzie Weiner, OUA Athlete of the Week. Congratulations to her as she scores 66 points over 2 games combined. Both wins for Brock, and she also hits 1,000 career points in her OUA career. So a big congratulations to Mackenzie again, and Guelph, winners of 3 in a row now on the women's side to hang on to the lead in the OUA West. That's going to come down to the wire as well. But all eyes in the OUA are turning to Ottawa this weekend for Capital Hoops. I know we talk about the Ottawa teams a lot on this show, but hey, they're the Ottawa schools. They keep giving us reasons to talk about them, so we're going to have to keep talking about them. We've got a couple great Capital Hoops guests lined up for you today. And to start it off, one of the breakout stars of the Ottawa GGs this year, Brock Newton. And now joining the show from the Ottawa GGs, we got one of the breakout stars of 2024 so far, Brock Newton. Brock, thanks so much for coming on the OUA Basketball Show.
Of course, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. It's been great to see you doing so well this year. Your second year playing with the University of Ottawa. It's been a big leap for you this year. I mean, we'll start with the obvious. You're leading the team in scoring. Your average is up by more than 6 points a game. How have you approached this year with the bigger role?
It's been really good. I think having the ball a little bit more in my hands, but I think a lot of it's especially my teammates being able to find me. A lot of my points are assisted. I have a really good point guard on my team in Dragon Stajic. And just having those guys on my team where they can't focus on one guy and having such a skilled roster is what makes it so easy.
Yeah, exactly. You're taking the next question right out of my mouth here because the team is so talented top to bottom. The starting lineup is insane. Like, we had Kevin Otu on the show last year. It's great to see him continuing to kill it out there. And so with so much talent, you're the finisher for a lot of the plays, and you're also one of the most efficient scorers in the OUA. Do you think that means that's just because teams can't afford to focus in on you because there's so many weapons?
I think that's just it. I mean, we have so many guys who can do so many different things. We have shooters, we have guys who can attack on the wing. We have a point guard who can, really pick apart a pick and roll. And so just having that versatility on our team is what really helps. And I think having guys in their roles and having guys that can do certain things and step up when guys are out. We've had a lot of guys out this year, and it's given other people an opportunity to grow, which I think has helped. And just having so many guys is really what helps keeps this team dominant.
Yeah, and there are so many guys in the locker room there, so many guys who have been there before, have made deep OUA runs and deep national runs. Is it a good culture? Everyone there knows how to win. How's the locker room feeling at this point?
Absolutely. The locker room feels really good. We got a lot of winners on this team and people who will sacrifice for the team. We have a lot of guys on this team who could go somewhere else and be the man and do all this, but to have guys buy into the culture and just truly want to win and care about each other is something so special about this team. And I think just our veteran presence is also something that really helps. I mean, you got Kevin Otu, who's captain of Humber and led that team to a national championship.
Absolutely, yeah.
And just from the start, he's came in and he's been such a great leader and one of those guys who just shows by example how to play and how to never give up, and it just comes in game by game and makes winning plays. So I think those guys are such a big impact on this team.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the rest of the province looking and hearing that and thinking oh man, they're all bought in. But just wanted to talk about you, one more thing about you, and then we'll get into Capital Hoops, which is coming up this weekend. But the minutes, I noticed you started every game this year. Your minutes are up by almost 10 per game. Did you know that was going to be coming your way coming into the season? And how did you prepare for that in the off season?
I think for me, I didn't really know what it was going to be like coming in this season, but I think for me, preparation in the summer and just getting reps up and playing with the guys all throughout the summer, and just continuing to develop. You never know where you're going to be, a month from now, a year from now, a week from now. So I think just having the opportunity to prepare myself and just play with the guys throughout the summer. Everyone was here, so having the opportunity to play with the guys throughout the summer really helped me.
Absolutely. And then, as I promised, we got to talk Capital Hoops. It's going to be your second one. You had that experience last year. What's it like to play in front of that crowd? I was a student at Carleton for many years. Don't hold it against me. I've been to those games. The last year I was there was the first year they did it at TD Place. I know the atmosphere is just amazing. What's that like for you guys as players?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. Like, nothing can really prepare you for it. I know my first year I was kind of really shocked, and I was like, holy. But yeah, it's really awesome. Just having those people there, and I'm kind of a guy who likes to feed off energy. There's a couple videos of me dancing and doing funny things on the court, but yeah, I love the energy and the atmosphere, and it really brings together the community. I think just having those schools there and just cheering for their teams is something that I really enjoy, and feel like you have all those people behind you. It's a good feeling to have.
Yeah. Of course, the crowd is one thing. The other thing that makes the game so special is the opponent. You guys are coming in sort of as the clear top dog this year. In other years, it's been much more neck and neck. Do you guys change anything? But even being the top dog, it's always the Carleton Ravens. Do you guys change anything week to week, like in your mindset based on who you're playing, or is it always the same idea?
We try and keep it the same, but obviously, whenever you're playing Carleton, it's going to be like a playoff game no matter what. You got that heated rivalry that's been going on for so many years. You can't help but then get a little extra excited for the week. And some games when you're playing against top teams, it's intense, but this game always plays like a playoff game, and so that's one of the games you wake up for a little bit earlier.
I love to hear that. I don't want to hear the whole, we play every game the same. No, get up for the rivalry game. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's awesome. Just one more thing before I let you go, because I know you got a big, lots of stuff going on this week. Anything you want to say to the GG's fans who are going to come out and support you guys at TD Place? Any message that you got for the Garnet and Gray out there?
Oh man, I just want to say thank you guys. I think GG's has the best fans in all of Canada.
Wow.
I don't know if you've been there, but you really got to come out. Montpetit Hall, it's one of the coolest places to play. I think we sell it out almost every game, and just the atmosphere. It's there's nothing like playing at home, and I really appreciate that from everyone. So be there Friday. Let's go get that win.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to catch a couple games there. It's always awesome, and it's going to be even better on Friday. So, yeah, you heard him, GG's Nation. Brock Newton wants you guys out there, and he wants you loud. Brock, thanks so much for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks again to Brock. Great to have him on the show. But, we're an impartial show. We represent all of the OUA here, so we had to bring on some people from the other side as well. So I reached out to the Carleton Ravens guard, Dorcas Buisa. She was happy enough to come on the show, along with an uninvited guest, a special surprise. So now passing it off to Dorcas Buisa. And what a fun surprise this is. I thought we just had an interview with the great Dorcas Buisa. Look who popped in to join. Friend of the show, former guest, OUA Basketball Show Hall of Famer, Callie Pockernick. Callie, thanks for coming on the show. I think this puts you, again, in the lead of all-time guest appearances, but we're mainly here for Dorcas Buisa. Dorcas, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
No, it's my pleasure. It's great to see both of you on a big week, so I appreciate you making the time. I guess we'll start with the non-Capital Hoop stuff, and then I definitely want to get into the Capital Hoop stuff. So first of all, you guys are having an amazing season. Congratulations. And you're, of course, as many people know, the reigning national champions. How have you been viewing this season so far? How's the mood in the team?
The mood in the team, I feel like we're honestly taking it day by day, trying to be intentional in practice and trying to make the best of like the opportunities we have to get in the gym. Sorry if it's a little bit too loud over here.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. This is a peek behind the scenes. The people want to know what your lives are like.
Yeah.
But yeah, feeling good as a team here.
Yeah, exactly. As a team, I feel like we're doing everything we can to just like work on our chemistry and just being prepared for any opportunity, like any adversity that's to come, you know. Just getting ready and being excited for the match, you know.
Yeah. Callie, do you feel like you guys are getting like even harder shots now that you're the reigning champs? Do you feel the target on your back at all this year?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I feel like we've always had some type of target on our backs. But, I mean, this year it definitely feels a bit different. Teams are tougher and better than what they were last year. So, I mean, each game every day is going to be a tough one. But we're ready for the challenge, and we're excited about tomorrow, too.
Exactly.
Dorcas, one of the reasons that I really love watching you play, you're not typically a shoot first player, but you have such an impact every time that you're on the court. And you do all the little things, and you're such a winning basketball player. I love watching it.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. I was just wondering how you would describe like your role and how you approach the game.
I honestly like redefine my definition of fun. So I really like to do the hard stuff that I feel like some people might be too tired to want to do, you know? Like I feel like we need people on the team that are willing to do those little gritty stuff, whether it's defense or like rushing for a 50-50 ball. And I just want to be able to like put all of my energy into the team and do everything that I'm physically possible. So I feel like that's just how I look at it. That's the role that I know I need to fulfill every time I'm on the court.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of your teammate Tatiana Burke, the great TB, who also plays that way. Callie, what do you think that Dorcas brings to the team? As when you're the point guard, when you got the ball in your hands, what are you seeing Dorcas doing?
Whenever she gets the ball, I feel very calm, and I have so much trust and faith in her. Like we've been playing together for 4 or 5 years now, and I just know what I'm going to get out of her every single day, whether that's energy or just absolute crazy hustle. She's always the hardest worker on the court, no matter what, whether that's a game or a practice. And she cares so much, and I always know what I'm going to get from her every day. So it's just really makes it easy to play with her, for real. Like it's really easy to play with her.
This is the nicest thing she's ever said to me in like the last 6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You guys are two leaders. We know Callie's very mean. Dorcas, you're very nice. Is this a good cop, bad cop kind of situation? Two of the veterans on the squad?
It flip-flops.
It actually flip-flops. I feel like a lot of the times in practice, I feel like I may be the bad cop. She's the good cop. Off the floor, she's a mean one to me.
Yeah, I am.
But I think it's just
keeping her accountable.
Yeah, that's
does that make you a better player, Dorcas?
Yeah, I feel like we have a really good dynamic, and I feel like we just flow really well together and like bounce off each other really well.
All right, so the big story of the week, of course, is Capital Hoops. We've also got Brock Newton from the Ottawa GGs on the show this week. Everyone's talking Capital Hoops. It's one of the most electric atmospheres in all of U Sports. What's that like for you guys as a player to step onto that court in front of that crazy crowd?
I'm excited. I feel like it's like a full circle moment. I feel like for Callie and I, if I could say it for you.
Yeah.
Our first year nationals was at the TD Stadium, and
I remember it well.
Yeah, so I feel like this being our 5th year, and obviously another Capital Hoops, is just going to be like an electric moment once again for us to just like perform locally in front of fans and family and supporters, and like just play for each other and just honestly just get it back in blood.
Yeah.
Get it. Okay, get it back. That's interesting. So on top of being the big rivalry game, it's the only blemish on your guys' season this year is one loss. I'm not going to say who it's to, but the people know who it's to. Maybe the 2 best teams in the country. Has practice been a little more intense this week? Are we going a little harder? Did we want this one even a little more than normal?
We definitely do want it more, for sure. But I feel like every day in practice and every game we face, we still keep the same approach and same mindset every single time, and it's not like we make it super personal. It's just we need to do it for us as a team, and there's no bigger game than any other. It's just trying to get the best out of it as we can.
Exactly.
And our standards are always high, and I feel like each game and every day our standards just get higher and higher.
Exactly.
And yeah, we're just really excited to play. So.
Yeah, I can see that. You guys obviously play for one of the best coaches in the country, Danny Sinclair. Is she preaching the every game the same, or is she pumping it up a little bit?
Yeah, she's telling us we need to, like, if we want the result that we want is based on how we practice and how we show up for each other. So she's really saying it's in our hands, and she's just holding us accountable to that. And I feel like she's as pumped as we are, you know. Mm-hmm. It's fun to be coached by a coach like that. Yeah. Coaches like that, honestly.
Someone just a bunch of people who care so much about you and just the game.
And that care so much about, like, how we feel, about, like, making sure that we understand that we work hard and that we want our outcome to be because we put 100% of our effort into it. You know, they care about us not, like, facing, like, that heartbreak of, like, losing because we didn't put our all into it. You know?
Well, that's great to hear. Great coaching staff, everyone knows, of course. I'm going to let you guys go because lots to get ready for, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. But just before I do, you guys are going to be playing in front of potentially thousands of Carleton fans this Friday. Do you have any message, any requests to the people out there who are going to be cheering you on?
Just be loud.
Yeah, be loud.
Have fun. Be loud. Yeah.
Just watch, y'all. Have fun, and just watch. Enjoy.
I like it. Well, we'll be watching from afar all over the OUA. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
That's going to do it for this week's show. Thanks again to Brock and Dorcas, both of them, for coming on the show, and to Callie for sneaking in there as well. I hope you all enjoy Capital Hoops this Friday. Going to be 2 amazing basketball games. And on Saturday, I'd say tune into the Mustangs versus the Badgers. That's also going to be a great one. Thanks again for watching. My name's Griffin Porter, and we'll see you next week on the OUA Basketball Show.